Hi and welcome back to my channel. In this video we're going to be looking at what are their potential actions towards you. So there are three groups to choose from. Group 1 is the Stilbite, along with this group of oracle cards. Group 2 is the Unakite, along with this group of oracle cards. And group 3 is the green Calcite, along with this group of oracle cards. So if you want to take a moment to center, focus on your breathing, and feel whichever group, maybe multiple groups, or perhaps all of the groups that you're most drawn to. I'll give you a minute to make your selection and then we'll get right into it. And there are timestamps for each group in the description box of the video if you would like to jump ahead. Hi, Group 1. You chose the Stilbite. So I'm going to start with these oracle cards to take a look at what is their potential action towards you. So first of all, we have culmination, completion, and renewal. So this can really speak to somebody wanting to provide some kind of closure towards you. This could be in the form of an apology. This could be somebody who is a little bit hesitant to step towards you, knowing that perhaps the way that they acted towards you in the past has generated potentially some bitterness on your part towards them. But nonetheless, they are in the process, it seems, of facing that fear, reaching out to make amends, to try to make things right, regardless of a potential tongue lashing that they may be in store for. Again, because of whatever occurred in the past between the both of you, it might have been left on a sour note, a lot of confusion, a lot of chaos in your last interaction. And it's something that's really sat with this person through the silence, through the separation. It's something that you've definitely not been out of sight, out of mind. This feels like something closure for you that they are wanting to offer, but also for themselves. They're being held back in some way from moving on completely in their life, maybe experiencing some new beginnings. They're being reminded, situations are coming up for them where maybe they are being placed in your shoes and are starting to feel what it is that you felt and are being reminded of the need to kind of rectify things, to make things right, deliver an apology, an explanation, to give you some peace of mind, hopefully, and to also provide themselves with some peace of mind. So communication could be coming in for some of you from this person in some form. And we also have birds freedom. So this ties in also with the concept of communication, birds being messengers, symbols of that, symbols of communication, and also with this reference to freedom here. This really confirms this energy of wanting to free themselves from a burden of unspoken words, things left unsaid, kind of a bitter or a sour note that you had left things on in the past. And then there's also this desire to provide you some freedom, some alleviation as well from any confusion, any hurt feelings. So far, this doesn't really seem to be somebody that is anticipating that a new beginning would be possible with the both of you, just depending on where you left things in the past, what those specific circumstances are. But on this card as well, we've got this vortex here in the background. So this is really reminding me of kind of cycles that you may have been in with this person. Maybe some kind of a runner-chaser cycle, or a cycle within this person of perhaps avoiding difficult conversations that need to be had, somebody who avoids conflict, somebody who maybe has had a habit of speaking before they're thinking, and burning a lot of bridges in their life, somebody who has a lot of relationships that might be close for a period of time, and then something happens and it goes into completely the opposite direction, where that closeness can quite easily sort of flip into iciness or coldness. And this is something that this person is recognizing within themselves, this pattern of behavior within themselves that has kind of repeated within various circumstances, friendship, maybe family relationships, other romances in their life, if this is a romantic connection for you. And in some way, this person is really wanting to step forward to provide that explanation, that apology, to break that cycle for themselves, that cycle of maybe running away or avoiding difficult topics of conversation, avoiding taking responsibility for the way that their conduct maybe has made people feel in the past. Avoidance of sort of the disruptive energies that their approach to things that may have been said or done in the past with you, or even in other situations in their life, just kind of the disruption that really caused. I'm kind of drawn to all these birds just sort of flying in a different direction, and it's really bringing in this imagery of sort of the harmony that has been unsettled here, a disturbance of some sort. And so again, this really speaks to somebody who wants to try and smooth things out, calm things, offer an olive branch for some of you with this reference here to renewal. There is hope that a new beginning can spring from this, maybe even starting at a friendship. But for a lot of you, I feel that this is somebody who just really is recognizing the importance, kind of tying in with this energy of, to be able to forgive themselves, they must extend themselves to the opportunity of forgiveness from others. That this person is recognizing that as a key component to some aspect of their healing, transcending these cycles, breaking out of these patterns, creating a new series of circumstances for themselves by doing something differently than they may have done before. And we also have Goddess Gaia, Ocean Jasper, Goodwill. So this confirms that energy of like that olive branch, that peace offering, that apology. This is somebody who, when they step forward, it feels like it'll be with very good intentions. A lot of honesty will be delivered. There won't be a lot of strings attached to what they are saying, with this kind of reference to Gaia, to Mother Earth, and then also the Ocean Jasper. This is very grounded energy, very earth energy. So you could be dealing with an earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. But this is again just really emphasizing this very concrete and stable and well thought out communication. This is not just something that's going to come in on impulse, on a whim. This is something that somebody's been thinking about this for a long time. We also have here kind of this imagery again of this cycle, maybe this going round and round, this person really thinking about what happened in the past, ruminating on that, recognizing kind of these larger patterns that they have been stuck in their life in general. And there's this desire to really break forth from that, to change things, to sort of, instead of going round and round, to maybe change the course of direction in their life, to do something different from what they may have done before. If this is an avoidant person, really exercising some courage and assertiveness by facing their fears, facing the fear of rejection or the fear of confrontation, recognizing that, kind of associated with bringing in and delivering that apology or that explanation, or even just some kind of confirmation. Maybe you were right about something you had said that had really triggered this person to kind of move away or disconnect from the connection in the past, despite any sort of fear of the backlash from that, maybe coming forth after a long period of time to deliver some kind of information, some kind of communication to you. They're facing that fear. They seem to be in this process of fighting through that fear, knowing that this is necessary, that they can't just leave things as sort of an unfinished sentence between the both of you. There's this desire to at least make the effort on their part to shift things into a better direction, to again provide that peace of mind or that closure for you and for them. And we also have ennoble your soul. So I'm really drawn to this this imagery of this figure here, which is taking off this mask. So this can really tie in with that energy of somebody who was really avoidant in the past. Maybe was wearing this mask of being very unbothered by the situation, very unconcerned, very oblivious to the way that their actions and their words had affected others in the past, and that this is one way of being, almost this energy of distortion that they have been operating with in the past. And that something sort of has flipped or shifted within this person. They're acting from their higher self, this kind of enlightened self that is seeing the larger perspective on things, instead of continuing to sort of perpetuate some of those maybe heavier or more negative energies of the past in their life, in this connection. There is this desire to kind of ascend beyond that, to transcend all of that, with this candle here, to provide some kind of illumination, clarity, explanation, an apology, maybe also to let you know that they've been thinking heavily about what transpired in the past between you. There's this desire to, with this this heart here, and this Ace card. So this is almost reminding me of the Ace of Cups in tarot, and this can really be something where this is a heartfelt apology. This is a very genuine and very a lot of truth that is coming through. This is somebody who is opening up and being emotionally vulnerable for perhaps the first time in this situation. This is something very new for this person, but it's something where it's evidence of this this transition that has occurred with them. There is a desire again for a lot of you to have some renewal in this connection, the possibility to start fresh, to start again. But aside from all of that, this just feels like something that they know that this is the right thing to do, and this feels like somebody who is making a choice to start doing the right thing in their life. This card also is the number 10, 10 being the completion of cycles. Excuse me. So this can really reference somebody who, again, has this desire to complete some kind of cycle of deception in their life, some kind of cycle of avoiding confrontation, of maybe speaking before they are thinking, somebody who wants to really complete this cycle of hurt and pain and misunderstanding between the both of you. And we also have perspective. A calm and clear mind is free to see differently. So this speaks also to that higher perspective that this person has gained, something that has come to their awareness about the way that their actions have affected you or affected others, maybe as a pattern in their life. And this person has really put a lot of thought into this. They've really been kind of looking at this from a wider lens, looking at things from afar. They're seeing this destination point that they want to reach, a new way of being, new experiences in relationships, and they are in some way tying in this apology or this communication with the ability to do that, to make progress to that point. Barring that, without making this communication, without delivering this apology. They're just they're stuck on this precipice here of really having operated out of a distortion, out of their shadow self previously, and desiring to move towards that light, towards that higher self, that higher way of being. But until that action step is taken and that bridge is created, the bridge to forgiveness for them, to themselves, the possibility of forgiveness from you, to at least again offer this amends, to deliver the potential for peace of mind to you. Until that action is taken, then this person knows that they will continue to just kind of dwell there in that liminal space on the precipice, wanting different results. But unless action is taken, they will experience just more of the same, just kind of lingering in that shadow, in that fear, in that distortion, in that kind of that avoidance, that passivity, that passive observer versus the active participant in changing their future. And we also have spider. So this is definitely speaking to creating a new structure in their life, creating a new fabric of experience, changing their fate even, or changing the fate in this connection. For those of you where this is somebody who wants to offer some renewal in love, that kind of Ace of Cups energy, that apology in the hopes that you can begin again, you can create almost like this new layer in your connection, some new threads that can be established between you, something different from what you might have experienced before, almost this like start and stop energy that you had been in before. This communication that comes in, this apology, this extension of this person from this very open heart space, this place of vulnerability. It is with the intention of creating something different, a new pattern for the both of you, breaking out of the old cycles and demonstrating a change that is reflective of some type of self-awareness that has come to them, some new skills that they may have acquired as well, as far as communication, things they may have identified within themselves, patterns of avoidance. For those of you that this is not the energy of reconciliation, either it's something that you're not interested in, you're not willing to entertain, or this person is just pretty cognizant of what occurred with you in the past and understands that it's a remote possibility that you could begin again with them romantically. Maybe you have both moved on into other romantic connections, or you've moved on, or it just it doesn't seem very likely that something new could be established in that sense. Then again, with this kind of half completed web here on this card, this really speaks to just kind of wrapping things up between the both of you, creating almost this energy of a finale, this closure, this completion, so that you both can really learn from this experience, have the full picture if anything was being withheld in the past, if there was any confusion, any kind of energy of ghosting that went on, where this person really ran and just left you with kind of a barrel full of unanswered questions. Then this is really somebody who wants to come in and deliver that truth, deliver that clarity, some kind of an explanation to you for their actions, so that you can at least have some peace of mind, they can have some peace of mind, that they didn't just leave this as kind of an unfinished symphony between the both of you, but that it's almost like a loose end that needs to be tied up here, is what this person is feeling. That in some way, the situation with you and whatever was left unsaid, it's affecting the stability of their life in general, their sense of confidence. This is almost like sort of something that is lingering and kind of nagging at them as like this unresolved energy that in some way needs completion. It cannot just be left the way that you left things up to this point. So I'm going to get a little more tarot for you, Group 1, to get some clarification about this. What is this person's potential actions towards you? So right away, we've got the Ace of Cups and the Page of Wands. So that was coming up, this Ace of Cups here with this this Ace of Hearts card. And so this can definitely be the energy of a love offer, a gesture, a very heartfelt gesture, something that's coming from a very emotionally vulnerable space, an honest space within this person. With the Page of Wands, this can really signal that, you know, this is good news. This feels very good to hear this. This is almost like a long-awaited apology, some kind of an explanation. If this is somebody where you would consider taking them back romantically, then the offer that this person makes to you, the ways in which they reach out, the gesture that is made, it's something that comes as a wonderful surprise. It's something which it goes really far as smoothing out the miscommunication, kind of the unsettled feelings, any of that sort of shadowy or stuck energy between the both of you. This does a lot to reinvigorate the connection, to reignite the connection, to move you both out of almost this this desert landscape, this barren landscape of just kind of not a lot happening in this connection. A lot of things unspoken, a lot of things unsaid, a period where not a lot of growth was happening in the connection, but it was almost just sort of stuck and stagnant, like this parched feeling almost to the connection that has just been yearning for this very watery energy, you know, to kind of quench the thirst of curiosity as well about what happened, what went wrong, why did this person act the way that they did, why did they make the choice to kind of move away from you and the connection, or why did they say what they said, why did they maybe you know, try to burn this bridge or sabotage this connection in some way. So some sort of an explanation, it feels like, that this person wants to deliver to, again, just kind of help to act as a balm to any sort of rough or hurt feelings that you have. So we also have the Fool, and this can definitely speak to this desire for a new beginning. This card really ties in also with the World card, which is the card of completion. So then the World card finishes out the major arcana in tarot. The Fool card sort of begins that journey of the major arcana. So this really speaks to this desire in this person to create that closure, to kind of give you both peace of mind, the ability to move forward in your life into a new beginning in another direction. Or for those of you where this is somebody who you would entertain the possibility of reconciliation with, and this speaks to that desire with this person to close out that old cycle, to break out of that old pattern of being, or sort of end that chapter that you have both been lingering in, to turn the page to a new beginning, a new experience together, one that is, with all this yellow here, kind of a joyful energy, a happier period of time between the both of you. And let me get one more from this deck for you, group one. Okay, and we also have the Lovers, so great confirmation there. If this is a romantic connection and you would be entertaining the possibility of reconciliation, this can definitely speak to this coming back together between you and a soulmate, maybe you and a twin flame, you and somebody who you have a lot of deep romantic feelings for. This period, this difficult period that you've been in, this period of uncertainty, it has definitely left you both feeling very unbalanced, and there's this desire to kind of magnetize back together and to create that harmony once again, to really restore that peace and goodwill between the both of you. This feels like definitely, whether this is a romantic connection where you would be considering reconciliation, or if this is something where it just provides closure, it balances out the energies of the situation. You have explanations, you have your answers, you have that knowledge that, you know, this person did not just kind of walk off into the sunset and never think about you again, but, you know, this provides that explanation for you that something has really hit home, something has really, about the occurrence between you in the past, or what was said, it has really changed this person. It has really made an impact on this person. And so what it is that they are potentially bringing forward as far as action, the action of communication, of speaking, of addressing maybe like the elephant in the room, it's something that can provide a lot of closure, a lot of balance, a lot of peace of mind for you. This is also with this angel here on this card speaking to, this is really divinely guided that this person comes in. This is also something that ties in with this kind of angelic energy here on this card, that this person is really acting from their higher self. They're making a choice to kind of break out of those lower vibrational energies and really ascend into more of a lighter energy, kind of the energy of doing the right thing, even though it might be the difficult thing to do, it's the right choice to do. So it seems that group one, whatever it is that this person delivers as far as communication, it's definitely coming from a very honest place, a very direct place, a place where, you know, if this is somebody you'd entertain the possibility of reconciliation with, this is something where it's going to be very heartfelt. There's going to be it feels like almost a very sweet and tender, but very honest gesture or proclamation that is made about wanting to work on this again, something they've realized, something that has become clear to them, the ways in which maybe they'll reveal to you that they have this habit or pattern of sort of self-sabotaging love or happiness, contentment in their life, and that this is something that they're recognizing, they're trying to work on. They've gained this new perspective about that, about maybe some dissatisfaction or a pattern of dissatisfaction or disappointment in their life, and sort of their role in participating in that. So this can be an offer then to work together toward changing that, toward taking a different road together, a different approach in this situation. And for those of you that reconciliation is not a possibility, it's not something you'd be entertaining for various reasons, then this is an energy of somebody who provides you with some long overdue closure, so that in some way, even if you've moved on in your life, any kind of lingering hurt or disappointment that you may have really been stuck in, any kind of shadowy energies sort of looping around in your mind over how unfair the situation was, or any sort of confusion, any ways in which this has caused you to put up some extreme barriers to love moving forward out of sort of a fear of repeating this pattern, this cycle with others in love. When this person comes in and delivers this communication, this apology or this explanation, I feel that it really helps to tie up some loose ends for you. It really helps to unburden you, unshackle you from some heaviness that you might have been sitting in, even unconsciously, so that you can step forward into a brighter chapter for yourself. You can step into this energy of being very open to magnetizing a healthy and reciprocal love for you, sort of reestablishing trust, being willing to sort of move away from this energy of being extremely guarded or carrying around this bitterness, to sort of, you know, like with this Fool card here, and he's just got like this little, he's just carrying a rose and a little satchel, just the bare essentials with him. This is a very free energy here. So a very freeing conversation, a very freeing experience with this person. This can feel very vindicating for a lot of you. A confirmation that the experience did have some kind of an impact, that your presence in this person's life had meaning, and that the gravity of whatever took place between you in the past was not lost on this person. This is something that can really help to propel you to the next level in your journey, in your life, in your romantic life as well, and just really maybe helping you also to kind of leave the past behind and set your sights on some new horizons, on some new things you would like to experience in love and in life. So real quick, in terms of signs, with the cups we have water energy, Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. Wands is fire energy, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. The Fool is Aries, and the Lovers is Gemini. So I'm going to get a few initials for you, group 1, to close up this reading. This can be first, middle, or last name of you or this person, or spell something out, just whatever resonates for you. All right, so we have F, M, X, O, G, E, N, T, L, A, W, and S. So those are your messages, group 1. I hope they resonated with you and that you enjoyed the video. If you liked the reading, please give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, or share. If you'd like a personal reading, I offer them through my Etsy shop, and there's a link in the description box of the video for that. I also sell handmade jewelry and some divination tools in my Etsy shop if you're interested in checking those out as well. So I hope to see you again in another reading. Please take care and be well. Hi, group 2. You chose the Unakite. So I'm going to start with these oracle cards to see what is this person's potential action towards you. So we have knowledge, and this is speaking to somebody who has gained some kind of perspective or awareness, maybe awareness about the significance of this connection. Maybe this person is getting a lot of signs or synchronicities about you that are just really reminding them of something, or are bringing something to the forefront of their mind. They may have been doing some research about if this is a twin flame or a soulmate. They may have really been looking into concepts like that, and something has really blossomed within this person. Something has really made sense to this person. Something has resonated with this person. They have this deeper awareness or understanding of the significance of you in their life, in this connection in general. And this also speaks to this person wanting to deliver some knowledge to you. This can also be in the form of revealing feelings that they have kept within themselves, maybe some thoughts that they have had about where they would like to take this connection, what they're feeling for you, things that have been unrevealed in the past, but that there is a desire to shed some light on. And we also have buried in earth, transference. So that kind of is fitting in with those repressed feelings that this person has maybe had for you, these long held feelings, these long kind of repressed desires that they have for you. This imagery here is really reminding me of the Four of Swords in Tarot, which is speaking to kind of a period of rest and reflection and silence. So that's tying in really well with if you're in no communication, no contact with this person. They've really taken some time to kind of reflect, to go inside, to really feel into this, to explore this connection, to really think about what do they want for themselves out of this connection, out of their life in general. Something has really made sense to this person. Some kind of knowledge has really come up from the depths of their subconscious as well. This can really reference also things that they are perceiving, maybe that they're learning about as they are researching maybe twin flames or soulmates. They're watching tarot readings. They're reading spiritually based materials, blogs, even memes can tie into this. Just kind of this input from outside sources that they're experiencing this almost intangible sensation of, I'm kind of getting like bells going off inside, little tingles tingles that are happening within them that are signals to this person of material or concepts that are ringing true for them. And it's something that, the more that they are getting these little tingles or these nudges as they are kind of taking in this information from the outside world. This can also even kind of tie in with signs that they're getting, song lyrics that are coming through, just all of this input in their exterior world. It's starting to really germinate something within them. It's starting to really, they're kind of adding in up all these pieces within them, all these different layers of things, and connecting the dots to create a more solid fabric, a more solid structure, an explanation, something that feels very reliable to them, kind of moving out of the realm of just theory and operating just purely on sheer guessing or this energy of unknowing. And there's starting to be this clarity or this structure to this certainty that they have, something that they feel very comfortable with. They're starting to learn to trust, seeing this as kind of a supportive situation for them as well, where in the past, maybe the energy or the dynamic between the both of you could have been just very perplexing to them, something that, was just of such a magnitude and a unique nature, and they couldn't really understand it. And they may have really kind of felt the need to sort of pull back, pull within themselves, pull away from this connection out of being kind of overwhelmed. It's something that the energy has not dissipated. They have just learned to process it and really understand it, kind of seeing it as this support system for them now, conceptualizing of this connection and the energy shared between the both of you in a different way. There's this desire as well to really protect this connection, to protect this bond, the sanctity of this bond, the very unique aspect between the both of you. And we also have Goddess Pele, Lava Stone, Melt into Divine Desire. So this can really speak with that red that's also here on this card of Buried in the Earth, kind of this root chakra energy, starting to be more comfortable with this connection, starting to really understand this connection as a part of them, becoming very rooted in that, very grounded in that reality, in that knowing. Theoretical concepts are really starting to make sense for them. They're starting to see that practical application in their life as they are embracing maybe terms such as soulmate or twin flame, and they're allowing, this even really is feeling like Kundalini energy here, as they're allowing that sensation to just permeate their being and to really soak in and saturate them, moving more into the energy of trust, of flow, of allowing this to take place with this energy of lava, in that molten lava that just kind of erupts from the volcano, the unstoppable force that is both the destructive factor that kind of clears away the landscape and everything in its way, everything in its path, but that also gives way when it cools to new terrain that is developed. That's how, islands are made often, is these underground volcanoes, these subterranean volcanoes that are erupting, and this molten comes up, and then this landmass sort of emerges out of the ocean, out of the waters, out of the depths. And this is really speaking this idea to this person where, they're allowing this sensation, this energy to just kind of flow through them, moving out of a place of resistance into allowing their life to kind of be reshaped, the concepts of their future and who they are and who you are to them to be reshaped by just flowing, by just allowing themselves to feel these emotions, these long suppressed, these long buried, these subterranean desires, allowing that to just sort of to come up through them and to create new possibilities, new landscapes and terrains of what they can experience and love, what they can experience together with you in this connection. And really with that reference to desire, this feels like somebody who is finally surrendering and giving into feelings that have been kind of bubbling beneath the surface within them. Just sort of this energy of kind of ruminating on that, keeping that all suppressed within, and finally this period of eruption comes forth. So this can really speak to somebody who makes a declaration of love, professes these long-held feelings, some kind of an epiphany, some kind of an awareness, really making the choice to move toward and surrender to and flow with this connection, rather than the energy of resistance and avoidance and trying to really suppress that, trying to stuff that down and hold that down, which has been largely unsuccessful for them. This feels like a lot of input and energy, signs, information coming into them, where at first they may not have been seeking it out, but these things were just coming in relentlessly, and it came to this point where they had no choice but to be just kind of overcome by that. And then the factor of choice then becomes relevant to where then they make the active choice to really look into that, to really research that, to hear that with an open mind, to let that really sink in, to really soak in, to really permeate them, so that truth could then germinate. And we also have it's a yes. So this can be a confirmation, again, of somebody who is really surrendering to this connection, surrendering to the flow of this connection, with this blue card. And this is talking about, the throat chakra here. So somebody who is really surrendering to the information that they are getting from others, research that they're doing, what is being conveyed and communicated about the nature of their experiences, kind of similar stories, things they can relate to. They're allowing this information, this written word or this spoken word, to really propel them beyond kind of the parameters of their understanding, their imaginings up to this point. And this can also really tie into somebody who wants to step forth with communication to you about, yes, they feel the same as you do. Yes, they are acknowledging these feelings. They are recognizing you as a twin flame, as a soulmate. They are recognizing this connection as something that they want to grow with, that they want to build with, something that has effectively kind of eliminated their perceptions of what love means and what is possible for love, and who they are and their place even in this lifetime, in this universe, kind of their role in all of that, as well as your role in conjunction with them and with their life. And that it's almost like answering the call, finally answering the call of their heart, saying yes to that desire, giving into that, wanting to participate with that, to explore that even further. Oh, and also on this card here, I'm noticing all these feathers. So that could be a significant sign that they are seeing, that you are seeing. These are things that can really come up for you a lot as sort of an indication that, this person also with this this kind of mask that is falling away, sort of these, this illusion that was being created by this person, or that they were insisting that maybe they didn't feel the connection, they didn't have feelings for you, they weren't interested in you, that all of that was really a facade that was seeking to keep inside some deeper intensity, some deeper truth here with this blue, and that's falling away, and they're stepping instead into this authenticity, into this truth, acknowledging something to you as well. And we also have enough. You were born enough. So this is really speaking to with this, she's got her hands up there by her ears, and that ties in with answering the call, hearing the call, listening to the information that they are getting, listening to the signs that are coming in, understanding something, acknowledging something, maybe listening to words that you have spoken, something you said to them in the past, about, maybe even mentioning the word twin flame or soulmate, and it's something that is really stuck with them. It's something that they just kind of, a seed that was sort of planted that has now had time to germinate. It's making sense to them. They're seeing that, they're recognizing that. There's this energy too of kind of enough resistance, enough sort of fighting this connection, fighting their feelings. They're done with that. They're ready to move beyond that. Kind of take those wings and soar into new aspects of this connection, soar beyond kind of this energy of keeping things very stuck and repressed and held down, but wanting to really step into that higher love, to what's possible there, a higher potential with the both of you. And we also have starfish. So this is the energy of renewal and regeneration. And this is really talking about this person wanting to, begin again in this connection, to really move forward and to work together to grow as individuals, to grow this relationship, to, recognizing as well, starfish, they anchor themselves to structures that can be, pillars of piers or rocks, or, they move, but they're not moving very often. A lot of their life is really spent just very kind of stationary, just very anchored, very firmly cemented, as kind of these ocean tides are churning all around them. And despite all of that, even through storms, most of the time they are able to, just really hold that position, hold that place. And so this is really speaking to this person, recognizing that this connection is a very protective force for them. It's a very grounding force for them. It's something where they really have this desire to kind of take that energy, that kundalini energy, this energetic connection between the both of you, and ground that out into the material world, to create some kind of stability, some kind of structure, to really bond with you, recognizing that your souls are very much intertwined. And by fighting that, by kind of resisting that, it's creating this energy of tension. And by sort of moving in a different direction of really surrendering to that, submitting to that, working with that, it's something which they're recognizing can provide them with a lot of stability, a lot of security in their life. It's a very, again, protective energy. It's something where, this desire that they have to really work to protect this, to really work to nurture this, something where they're feeling very supported by this energy, by what they are coming to understand, by what is resonating with them, these truths that are kind of coming up from the subconscious, where they may have been kind of in this energy of sort of fear and resistance before. It's shifting more into the energy of confidence and assurance, feeling very comfortable with this, feeling very delighted to be able to experience this, recognizing the active component that this energy and this connection can take into really solidifying their identity of who they are in this lifetime. It's something where the two of you, as kind of a very dynamic force together, can really create a lot of structure and stability for one another. It's something where it's starting to really tie in, and this person is really starting to understand how this relates to kind of their life's purpose, or what is possible for them. There's this desire to kind of weather some of the storms, to take more of a firm grip on this connection rather than fighting this connection, and recognizing that through the ebbs and flows which are natural in life, that by working together with you, working together with this connection, you both will be able to kind of weather those storms and that churning a lot more than by trying to fight that current, trying to resist that, trying to kind of push that away, to instead really anchor in and just, allow these energetic shifts and these energetic currents to kind of flow over and around you. And with the constancy and all of that, as everything else changes, the constancy is that connection, is that, that bond of the two of you really together, hand in hand, soul to soul, just very, very entwined, very intertwined. And so this can really speak to somebody who is wanting to come forth to profess that to you, this desire to start again, to begin again, to really explore this connection with that knowledge of, that the two of you are soulmates, the two of you are twin flames, to really acknowledge this very higher and very precious love that you both share, this energetic bond that has perpetuated through any kind of distance or silence or resistance on this person's part. And to drop that kind of mask of denial and really repressing their feelings, to instead try to work with this, try to flow with this, and really with that kind of core of concrete knowledge to allow this connection to support one another as you both then are blossoming into the best versions of self. So I'm going to get some tarot to get some clarification for you about this group 2. And also with this buried in the earth card, you could be dealing with an earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. So let's see here. For group 2, get some more clarification about this. person's potential actions. Okay, so we have the Queen of Pentacles. So this can definitely speak to this very prolific energy, feeling very empowered by this energy, this desire to really ground down this connection, ground it out into the physical world, to operate with the understanding and the acknowledgement that this is a very tangible connection between you. The energy is very tangible. It's very real. It's something that's trustworthy. It's something that's true. Instead of fighting this, to really participate with this, and from that basis with each other, to then really seek to, experience kind of the bounty and the joy that can bring to both of you. This also speaks to somebody who wants to really nurture, to protect, to really give to this connection, to help foster the growth of this connection or rebirth between the both of you. And we also have the High Priestess, so that can speak to kind of the spiritual aspects, the spiritual understanding, almost the energy of the higher love that exists here. They're recognizing this as a love that is beyond the ordinary, that has kind of larger components, larger angles to it than just physical attraction and chemistry. That on a soul level, the two of you are deeply bound to one another. You are entwined in one another. You comprise the fabric of one another. And there's this knowing that is coming up from the subconscious, from the spiritual self. It's kind of coming down from on high, from the higher self, through signs, through nudges or little tingles within this person that really confirm for them as they are navigating this journey to surrender, sort of the direction to take, what resonates, what to leave behind. And this person is, really come to this place of formulating this almost patchwork, but a very solid patchwork of different kind of ideas, different bits of understanding to make sense out of a very intense and powerful feeling that they have for you. Okay, so we've got the Ten of Wands. So this can really talk about those feelings, those long repressed feelings that this person has been carrying around within, this burden of things unspoken, or the burden of really fighting this connection, fighting this feeling. This signals this person is at this point of really letting that burden go. Recognizing that, to continue to struggle and to kind of fight against the current, to push against this, it is only creating undue stress for them. And so a shift is happening, a change is happening where there's this desire to kind of let that go, to unencumber themselves and to flow. This energy of kind of letting the resistance go, letting the wall down, and really taking a chance on divulging the truth of their hearts, speaking the truth of their feelings for you. Express long hidden desires, long denied or repressed emotions as well. So let me get one more card for you, group 2. Okay, so we also have the Queen of Wands. So this definitely speaks about this attraction, this magnetizing energy, and really participating in that as opposed to fighting this connection, fighting their feelings. This is somebody who is choosing to participate, somebody who is choosing to really acknowledge that, to stand in that power, to step into that power, that sense of confidence, understanding that this connection, this love between the both of you is a source of power. It's a source of personal power, of personal empowerment. This can really speak to somebody who has gone through some kind of an ascension, some kind of glow up, somebody who is really recognizing their self-worth, somebody who is also able to be supported through this connection to be that best version of self. This is something that, this person is really wanting to express this attraction, these very, with Queen energy here, and this is, this isn't a page, this isn't a night, this is very mature. This is something that, has had a long time to kind of blossom, kind of germinate. This is somebody who has really taken the time to come to this very deep understanding of things. This, with all this yellow here too, understanding that this connection, the bond between the both of you is, in fact, a source of joy. This is kind of the road to happiness, or one of the roads of happiness for them. That's some kind of an energy of tension within them. It's no longer sustainable by fighting this. It's almost somebody who may have been really sacrificing their own joy out of fear, out of hesitation, or just this unknowing, and a shift in direction with that, really wanting to step into that power, to empower this connection, to awaken this connection, to renew this connection, so that the both of you can really explore this in a new way that was not possible before, with this new knowledge and this new understanding that this person has come to really experience the depths and the parameters of this connection that they may have been kind of oblivious to or sort of intimidated by in the past. So in terms of signs with the Pentacles, we have Earth energy, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. High Priestess is Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. And the Wands is fire energy, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So I'm going to get some initials for you now, group 2. This can be first, middle, or last name of you or this person, just whatever resonates. Okay, so we have J, S, X, K, Q, H, G, I, O, E, A, L, and D. So those are your messages, group 2. I hope they resonated with you and that you enjoyed the video. If you liked the reading, please give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, or share. If you'd like a personal reading, I offer them through my Etsy shop, and there's a link in the description box of the video for that. I also sell handmade jewelry and some divination tools in my Etsy shop if you're interested in checking those out as well. So I hope to see you again in another reading. Please take care and be well. Hi, group 3. You chose the green calcite. So we'll start with these oracle cards to get an idea about what this person's potential actions towards you are. Okay, so we've got vision, contemplating the future. So this could be somebody who desires a renewal, a new opportunity with you. Somebody also who is really thinking about taking the next step in this relationship. If this is somebody you are in contact with that you're currently seeing, this is somebody who is planning for the future, somebody who could really see a future with you and maybe on kind of the precipice of making that declaration to you, that they recognize you as very compatible, almost this kindred soul energy, kind of this sensation of perfect opposites, this yin-yang energy. Somebody who, you know, when they think about their future, when they see themselves 10 years, 20 years, 50 years down the road, that you are somebody they really can imagine by their side. You're somebody that they really can imagine being in their life long term, or rather they cannot imagine you not being in their life long term. If this is somebody you've been in separation with, then this can really be this declaration that they have, that they don't want to continue on into the future at a distance from you. And we also have drum, awaken. So this can really speak to this awareness, this epiphany that has occurred within this person, that you're the one they've been searching for. This awareness that they have that the time is now to really take things to the next level, to profess some deep truth within their heart, something that they may have been uncertain about, or were just kind of hadn't occurred to them yet, that you have now reached a stage in your connection, in your relationship, where the time is now to take things to the next level. The awareness is there. You've passed some kind of marker in their experience to where they're certain about what that next step is, what that next phase is, what they want out of this. The horizon has become a little wider to them as far as this connection is concerned. This can also speak with this reference to awaken, somebody wanting to reawaken a connection, kind of resurrect a connection from the past. With this energy of kind of the drum, this is really speaking to the heartbeat, and how thoughts of you have really kind of caused their heart to race in the most wonderful ways. With these birds here on the drum, and birds being messengers, sign of communication. This can really speak to wanting to profess these desires of their heart, wanting to express this love, this sensation, this feeling that they have for you, the ways in which you quicken their heart in the best ways, the love that they have for you, which has just kind of grown over time. Also something which they really are recognizing, kind of this compatibility with you, the symphony that you two energetically make with each other, something to where they may also really consider you when they are thinking about decisions for their life long term. How is this going to fit in? What sort of harmony is that going to create? Wanting to maintain that rhythm, that momentum, that pace that you both have set at this point, or wanting to resurrect that, wanting to really enliven things, to kind of bring this connection out of sort of a stuck, stale, or this energy of contemplation where maybe they've kind of been in hermit mode, kind of withdrawn into themselves, really kind of thinking about things, kind of soul searching, introspecting, asking for guidance, listening to their higher self for some intuition about this, and that something has come in about that guidance has come in. And it's really quickened the pace within this person. They've kind of been jolted out of this sort of stasis energy into this desire for action, to convey something to you, to present something to you, to take steps, to take momentum, to take decisive action toward progressing this connection to the next level. And we also have Ascended Master Lady Nada, rhodochrosite, sensitivity. So rhodochrosite is it's a crystal connected with love and with the heart chakra, and kind of this gentle awakening of these feelings of love, sort of with that Lady Nada and other decks, and even in this imagery here, she's really associated with the imagery of a rose, kind of this blossoming, this bursting open. And so it's something where, through time, through distance, through separation, or just through the time that this person has really gotten to know you, the time that you've been taking to get to know each other, that something has really blossomed within this person. It has really burst forth some kind of an awakening, some kind of understanding that you really have unlocked chapters within this person's heart, layers within them, aspects of love, aspects of feeling that maybe were long dormant in this person, or something that they had never experienced before. There's something which has really become apparent to them as far as this connection, and you are concerned that this is something that's it's very next level. It's something where there's a sanctity to this as well, with this image here in the center of this mandala of a cross, and this very kind of ascended energy here, this very kind of sacred energy that they are feeling, this very sacred love that they are feeling, very much a divine love. They're recognizing you as somebody that has really been divinely sent to them. There's somebody that you set apart from all others. The experience that they have with you, or even just these sensations that they have, these emotions, these feelings, this energy, as they have really taken the time to explore that, to let that sit within. They've done that soul searching. They've asked for that guidance, and something has come down to them from on high, from their higher self, from their spirit guides, their angels, their ancestors even, that, you were the person that was almost designed for them in this lifetime, that the two of you did not cross paths by accident, but that there is some sort of a larger spiritual purpose to this connection, a layer of fulfillment that is unlike what they have experienced maybe previously in love, almost this layer of spiritual satisfaction that could have been lacking, or that they just weren't looking for in other connections, and weren't looking for in this connection, but nonetheless that has been awakened within them. Kind of this, by connecting with you, this access that they are then granted, or this awareness that they have, a keener awareness of their higher self, of kind of the spiritual aspects of who they are. This is opening them up to kind of a larger view, a larger lens of the purpose of love, what love means, what is possible through love, what can be experienced through love as well. And if this is somebody that you're at a distance with and no contact or separation from, then it's something where through the distance and the constancy of this, almost like this drum, this heartbeat, and kind of this very precise rhythm that has continued through the days, weeks, months, or even years that you've been in separation. It is something that is now making them aware of kind of how special this is, that ordinarily feelings would have just dissipated, they would have moved on, but in some way they are unable to move on. You remain constant within them. These feelings on a level remain true within them. At times they are at more of a kind of a steady and kind of a muted pace, and then there are other times where they are reminded of you, and it quickens, and there's this this desire, this intensity, but it's always there. It's kind of this rhythm. It's almost like the soundtrack for them, the soundtrack of their life, so to speak. And it's something where they've been able to really identify that kind of the core of that. It's you. It's this connection with you. And we also have become more objective. So I'm really drawn on this card to the way that this angel is standing with her arms out, and kind of that image of the cross that we also have here in the center of this mandala on the sensitivity card, and really speaking to the spiritual component of this connection, kind of the higher level, the higher purpose of this connection, with this imagery of the angel, really recognizing this as not an accidental meeting between the both of you, but something, a situation that was very much divinely guided, kind of a larger purpose, a larger role of awakening that this connection has played to you as individuals and to them in their life. This person also with this awakened card may have undergone a spiritual awakening or some kind of kundalini awakening as the result of this connection. With that kind of this twilight energy in the vision card, they may have gone through some kind of a dark night of the soul and have really emerged out of that, come to that truth, that that core within themselves, that core of divinity, that perfection that exists within, and that is the truth of their soul. And as they have really tapped into that, accessed that, they've started to really see things from this larger perspective. Here with this moon that this angel is standing on, and this can really speak to kind of rising above these illusions, illusions even of what love had meant to them previously, what love, how love could be experienced, the purpose of that, maybe their purpose in life, just all kinds of layers that are opening up to this person about this connection, about who they are, who you are to them, and this desire to really tear asunder any illusions that you may have, that this person is not interested in something long term, or if you're in separation, that they've just kind of moved on with their life, that there's this desire to really shed light on that they have come to understand and are really feeling and have accessed their higher self, and in doing that are able to then recognize and access kind of the higher levels, the higher meaning of the frequency, the bond between the both of you. And we also have spirit self, be who you are as you are. So another confirmation of this person having really accessed and stepped into that higher self, operating from the higher self, this desire to ascend this connection to the next level, to explore the spiritual components of this connection. If up to this point, it's largely been based on, just physical chemistry or maybe some practical things, there's this awareness of a whole other layer of the experience between you, this untapped layer, this unexplored area of the connection of themselves. It all just kind of ties in as they are exploring themselves more. There's this desire to explore this connection more. Somebody who, is really operating from that higher self perspective and really wants to, make that known to you, some kind of truth, some kind of spiritual awareness that they have, some kind of awareness of the entwined nature of your souls as well. And we also have the black egg. So this is really talking about the energy of spirit, of akasha, of creation, kind of that void, that vacuum where, things have been kind of cleared out of this person's life. Some kind of illusion has been shattered. Their perceptions have given way to this vast expanse of possibility, that there's this desire to really step into kind of those higher and more subtle areas, kind of the this energy of sort of beyond the veil in this connection, the spiritual aspects of things, that there could be a lot of, again, kind of this tangible physical chemistry between the both of you, this attraction, this very practical attraction, intellectual attraction, a friendship, but now the spiritual component has really come online for this person, and at this point in time, a lot of that is a mystery, but it's a mystery that they want to explore with you. They're understanding that within that mystery, there's something that is yet to unfold. There's something that, some kind of purpose, something to be created out of that by really tapping into that, really seeking that, really rising up to that higher self level, and feeling that expanse. Allowing that kind of that vacuum of unknowing to be filled with experience, and to be filled with knowledge and guidance that is coming down, really navigating as well through this dark and this very unknown territory purely by instinct, at this point in time, being very much guided by their higher self toward making some kind of truth or awareness known to you about the next level that they want to take this connection, or even somebody who wants to resurrect themselves from your past to really make a declaration that they've come to some kind of an understanding about who you are to them, the significance of this connection to them, something they may not have been prepared or able to recognize previously, but through this kind of energy of awakening and ascension that this person has gone through, this dark night of the soul, they have excavated some truth within themselves as it pertains to them as an individual, as it pertains to you, kind of the significance of both of you in each other's lives. And there's this desire to kind of step into that unknown, to kind of step out of the shadows and into the light, into the possibility of exploring this connection together and exploring kind of those spiritual heights and those more subtle layers of the dynamic between the both of you. So I'm going to get some tarot to get some clarification about this for you, group 3, to see what is this person's potential actions towards you. Okay, so we have the 9 of Pentacles. So this can really speak to, again, kind of nurturing this, exploring some of the kind of the untapped resources, the richness within this connection, recognizing that the spiritual sustenance as well that exists, just this untapped resource within the both of you that can really help to ascend you and the connection to the next level, into this kind of better and best version of what is possible. Something that is someone who recognizes this connection as well is very self-sustaining. The constancy of this bond through this period of maybe getting to know each other, that the feelings have not dwindled, they have not died away, they've grown in intensity. Kind of a confirmation for this person that this connection is worth nurturing, is worth participating in. If this is somebody you've been in separation or no contact with, then this card is really talking about kind of that self-sustaining bond between the both of you that has remained constant, has grown over time, has been a source of sanctuary for this person that as they are really searching within, maybe going through some difficult and dark kind of phases within themselves, kind of this dark night of the soul energy, even that something about the light of this connection with all the yellow on this card, this bright and kind of happy and very empowered, like solar plexus energy, that this connection has really functioned as kind of a light in the darkness to them, a beacon, a source of stability. This really ties in as well to the ways in which you have experienced a glow up in your life, the ascension path that you have been on, the abundance that you have cultivated for yourself. All of this has really reverberated energetically to this person and has really sparked and inspired them to get on that path, to really improving themselves, improving their circumstances, improving their self-esteem, their outlook, their material circumstances, and their interior landscape as well. Okay, so we've got the Page of Wands, so this can definitely be a card of good news, wanting to express this love, this desire, these good feelings that they have for you. A sense of excitement as well about the connection, about the possibilities. Kind of with this desert scene here, this can really speak to something about, I'm kind of drawn to this idea that just beyond the kind of the peripheral of this card is the potential of the oasis. So this is really speaking about kind of moving beyond what is seen, that kind of the richness of this connection is not so much apparent to the physical eyes, that physically it may seem like in even no contact or separation that there's not a lot happening. It's kind of barren between the both of you, but kind of on the edges of that, just beyond the perceptions, there's so much more happening. It's so much more vibrant and alive, and it is something which this person is really recognizing. They're wanting to move beyond that, move beyond any kind of a stagnancy or a stuck or a stale period, move beyond what you have experienced together up to this point. It feels like a landscape that it has offered what it could up to this point, but there's not a whole lot left to offer. There's a desire to kind of explore further, explore the other depths of this. Kind of also this energy I'm feeling with this desert scene, and I'm thinking of almost like Egypt and kind of the treasures of antiquity that have often been buried beneath kind of the sand, literally the desert sands of time. And this can really speak to kind of digging beneath the surface of this connection to kind of unearth some of those treasures within, some of this very the ancient and very powerful aspects of this connection that are not, again, something to be perceived with the physical eyes, with the physical senses, but it's something on an energetic level. It's something buried beneath that is really just waiting for that exploration. It's waiting for that uncovering, that discovery, really digging beneath kind of the layers to allow that to come to the surface, to allow that kind of recognition to germinate. That can really tie in as this person was kind kind of in this energy of the dark night of the soul, these truths or this bounty that has become apparent to them, kind of reaching that sort of inner layer of sweetness, that layer of the core level of themselves where the truth of this connection has become apparent. It has awakened something within this person that is compelling them back in your direction to explore this, or to move or transfer this connection on to the next level from wherever it is you find yourselves at currently. Okay, and we also have the Eight of Pentacles. So this is really speaking about this desire to work on things, to build, to really explore and really hone the potential of what exists between the both of you, where this connection can take the both of you in your lives, in your material circumstances, what you can build together energetically with each other. Seeing this connection as something, the energetic bond between you has the potential to become something very sustaining and very fulfilling in the material world. So this can be somebody who, comes forth with an offer of wanting to work things, wanting to build things and take things to the next level. Somebody who, sees this connection, sees you as a very abundant person, somebody who, could really be well aligned with the goals that they have for themselves, maybe new goals, spiritual goals that have become aware to them, and this desire to work on some kind of joint mission, joint purpose together, kind of a jointly working toward a similar goal in this lifetime as well. So let me get one more card for you, group 3. Okay, and we've got Temperance. So this is really talking about this energy of balance, this reciprocity, wanting to equally give to this connection as much as they are receiving. Explore those emotional depths, really tap into some of the potential here, this potential for joy and really this quenching of the soul, uncovering the mysteries of each other, of this connection as well. And with this angel here on this card, and we had that also here in this this being more objective card in the spirit self. This is talking about somebody who is operating from the higher self level, somebody who has really dug deeply within in order to access that light and kind of fast track themselves, create that line of communication between them and their higher self. They're trusting in this guidance that they are getting. They're trusting in the significance of this connection, and somebody who is feeling very compelled, very divinely guided to make this known to you. Or to reach out to you to try and resurrect this connection from the past, to make apparent to you the constancy of what they have been feeling, the truth that they have uncovered, and this desire to build towards something more solid and stable than you are currently experiencing together in the future. So in terms of signs with the Pentacles, we have Earth energy, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Wands is fire energy, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And Temperance is Sagittarius. So I'm going to get some initials now. This can be first, middle, or last name for you or this person, or it can spell something out, just whatever resonates for you, group 3. Okay, so we have Z, P, Q, S, I, X, Y, D, N, U, and B. So those are your messages, group 3. I hope they resonated with you and that you enjoyed the video. If you like the reading, please give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, or share. If you'd like a personal reading, I offer them through my Etsy shop, and there's a link in the description box of the video for that. I also sell handmade jewelry and some divination tools in my Etsy shop if you're interested in checking those out as well. So I hope to see you again in another reading. Please take care and be well.